Hello everybody out there, welcome back to the RostyMaths channel and welcome back to my Year 7 series. Now even though it's a Year 7 series, as you can see from the thumbnail, this is mainly GCSE because from the time you come into Year 7, that's what you're learning. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about relative frequency. Now before I get into that, I've got a couple of dice in my hands there. And yes, the correct English language is dice for more than one, but die if it's just one. Now I've been mucking around with the die. I've been throwing it a lot of times and I've been measuring how much times I see a 1, a 2, a 3, and I've thrown it 100 times. So the first thing I want to introduce you to is the results that I got, and then I'll tell you what relative frequency is. So grab my iPad, let's jump straight into it now. Okay, so I was throwing the die and these are the results that I got here for 100 times throwing the die. So 11 times I had a 1, 14 times I had a 2, 27 times I've had a 3, and so on. Now, if someone else is throwing the die, even though it's fair, this is the thing about probability, it'll be different when someone else throw it. They wouldn't get exactly the same thing that I've got. But also, shouldn't it show the same amount of times for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 if the die is fair? It should, but life is not fair. So there you go. So that's why it looks different. Anyway, let's talk about what relative frequency is. Now, relative frequency is a probability, and it's a probability that tells you, based on the times I have thrown it from the experiment just gone, what's the probability of me getting a 1 or a 2 or a 3. Now, bear in mind, if I decided to do the experiment again, I'm going to have different numbers because, like I said, life is not fair. So anyway, here we go. So now you can see here, relative frequency is the number of times the result happens divided by the number of times the experiment was done. So let's say I want to find the probability, let's change color here. Let's say I want to find the probability of getting the number 6. Well, look at my table. I got 6 16 times. That is the number of times that result happens. So that's going to be 16 that goes on top. And how many times was the experiment done? Well, it was done 100 times. And obviously, if you want, you can simplify this by dividing both by 4 and then, making it a bit simpler. But I would suggest don't bother with that because in probability, you don't need to simplify it. Okay, and that's it. That's what relative frequency is. Now, you can be asked of different things, like, for example, if you want to extend your knowledge on it, like, what's the probability of getting an answer that's larger than 4, say? Now, if you're asked that question, how many times you got an answer larger than 4? Look at your table again. Well, 17 times, actually, let's go for larger than 4. Larger than 4 means 5 or 6, okay? So 17 times I had a 5, 16 times I had a 6. So that means that 33 times out of 100 times, I'm going to have a number that's bigger than 4. So that's going to be 33 out of 100. And just like that, that is done. Did you get that? You can practice this some more with various things like, I don't know, beads in a bag maybe, or counters or something like that. But relative frequency is all based on an experiment you have done. You've done this experiment, you recorded your results, and you're now checking to see what's the probability of getting something from that result. But don't forget, it'll be different every time you do it. And that is relative frequency. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe below. For anything else I got coming, there's loads on the channel. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss another upload. But for now though, until I see you on the next one, peace.